It's not about how much you make, it's about how you manage what you make. Because let's be honest, you've seen people making 200K a year who are still living paycheck to paycheck, while others quietly build wealth with half that income. The truth? The 1% don't follow the rules most people are taught. They don't rely on budgets, and they definitely don't waste time on coupon apps or trying to save their way rich. They think differently. They use money, they don't get used by it. And once you learn how they manage their finances, you'll start noticing how backwards most mainstream advice really is. This isn't just theory. This is a look into the practices that separate the wealthy from everyone else, and it's based on real-life behavior and financial strategies proven to work. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 key ways the 1% manage money differently, and more importantly, how you can start doing the same thing starting today. Let's dive in. 1. They make money a game of control, not emotion. Most people's financial lives are chaotic because their decisions are reactive. They overspend when they're stressed. They avoid checking their accounts when they're anxious. The wealthy? They do the opposite. They put emotions aside and approach money like a chessboard. Each move calculated, not impulsive. Let's take investing, for example. The average person panics when the market drops. The 1% sees it as a buying opportunity. This isn't luck, it's discipline. The wealthy know they can't control short-term market fluctuations, but they can control their reaction to them. They've built the mental muscle of focusing on long-term outcomes rather than temporary volatility. When it comes to their daily finances, this control manifests in practical habits. They set budgets and stick to them, not as a punishment, but as a strategy. They track their spending regularly, not because they're obsessed with penny pinching, but because they want to see patterns and identify areas for improvement. They don't let emotional highs or lows dictate their purchases. If they're feeling down, they don't hit the mall for retail therapy. They understand that this moment of pleasure won't bring long-term fulfillment. To manage money like the wealthy, take this lesson. Remove emotion from your financial decisions. Start by automating bill payments, savings, and investments. Create a system where the right choices happen by default so that your emotions don't hijack your bank account. 2. They automate the boring stuff. The 1% don't waste time on daily budgeting. They build systems, automated bill pay, scheduled investments, preset savings goals. This isn't laziness, it's leverage. Think about it. Every time you manually pay a bill or transfer money to savings, you risk forgetting, procrastinating, or simply spending it elsewhere. The wealthy eliminate this friction. They know that decision fatigue is real, and that every decision they don't have to make is a victory. They use automation for almost everything. Investments are set up to automatically transfer a fixed percentage of their income into stocks, bonds, or real estate funds. Bills are paid on autopilot, so they never worry about late fees or missing a payment. Even their retirement accounts are set on autopilot, with contributions growing every month. The beauty of automation is that it reduces the need for constant willpower. When you put your savings on autopilot, it's no longer a matter of whether or not you feel like it. Your future wealth becomes a priority, not an afterthought. If you want to think like the wealthy, make your money work while you sleep. Set up systems for automatic savings, investments, and bill payments. You'll be surprised at how much stress this relieves, and how much more consistent you'll become with your financial goals. 3. They protect the downside first. Wealth isn't just built by taking big risks, it's preserved by managing risk first. Before the 1% focus on multiplying their money, they focus on not losing it. Look at their emergency funds. The average person feels like they can get by without one, but the wealthy understand that one unexpected financial setback, whether it's a medical emergency, a job loss, or an economic downturn, can wipe out years of hard work. That's why they treat emergency funds like an insurance policy for their peace of mind. They also take their risk management a step further. They have ample insurance, but they don't just settle for the bare minimum. They use strategies like tax-advantaged accounts, trusts, and asset protection plans to shield their wealth from lawsuits and creditors. On the investing side, they don't just chase high returns. They take the time to understand the risk involved. They diversify their portfolios so that a downturn in one asset doesn't wipe out their entire net worth. If you want to build lasting wealth, you must first protect it. Start by building an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Then, make sure your insurance policies cover the worst-case scenarios. The goal isn't to take on unnecessary risk. It's to be able to weather any storm without losing everything you've worked for. Number 4, they treat income differently. The 1% don't see income as an end, they see it as a beginning. The average person asks, how much can I spend from this? The wealthy ask, how much income can this income buy me? Every dollar earned is an opportunity to buy freedom, not things. The wealthy know that their income is just the first step toward generating passive wealth. Instead of spending every dime, they allocate a portion toward building passive income streams, such as real estate that generates monthly rent checks, dividend-paying stocks that pay out quarterly, online businesses or intellectual property that keep generating income with minimal ongoing work. For example, take real estate. While the average person might buy a home for their own enjoyment, the wealthy are more likely to buy a property that generates passive income. They look for deals where the rent covers the mortgage, creating a cash flow stream while the property appreciates over time. But it's not just real estate. The wealthy understand the importance of investing in assets that make money while they sleep. That's why they're constantly building out streams of passive income. So, when your income goes up, don't just spend it. Think about how you can use it to build income-generating assets that will provide you with financial freedom down the road. 5. They don't chase status. They buy time. You won't see most wealthy people driving Lamborghinis or wearing brand new designer clothes daily, because when you have money, the need to show it fades. Instead, they ask, how can I buy time? Time to think, time to create, time to rest. They outsource tasks that drain their time and energy. That might mean hiring personal assistants, cleaners, or chefs. They don't do it because they're lazy, but because they value their time more than saving a few dollars. They understand that while money can be earned back, time can never be reclaimed. Additionally, they're careful about the people and commitments they say yes to. They make deliberate choices about where they invest their time. Are the people they spend time with helping them grow? Are the activities they participate in enhancing their life in a meaningful way? Wealthy individuals know that their time is the most valuable asset they have. That's why they prioritize things that give them more time to create, think, and enjoy life. 6. They think in decades, not days. The wealthy have mastered one key skill: long-term thinking. While the average person is chasing this week's paycheck or this month's bonus, the 1% are making moves they won't benefit from for 5, 10, even 20 years. Take investing, for instance. The wealthy know that compounding returns take time. They understand that a Roth IRA or 401k may not feel rewarding in the short term, but in 20 years, it could create a massive source of income. This long-term mindset extends beyond investing. They make decisions today that will pay off in decades. They buy assets that will increase in value over time, knowing that wealth is built with patience, not quick wins. If you want to think like the wealthy, start making decisions based on what will benefit you years from now. Stop focusing on the immediate gratification that society pushes, and instead, invest in your future. Number 7. They treat financial education as a lifelong skill. To the 1%, money isn't a one-time lesson, it's a language they keep learning. They read, study, ask questions. They don't assume they know enough just because they've made money before. Most importantly, they track their numbers. Net worth over time, cash flow per month, investment performance. They also invest in their financial education. They attend seminars, read books, and regularly reassess their financial strategies. They know that knowledge is power, and the more they know, the better decisions they can make. If you want to build wealth, start treating your financial education as a lifelong endeavor. Track your numbers, ask questions, and seek out opportunities to grow. The more you learn, the more control you'll have over your money. Managing money like the 1% isn't about luck or privilege. It's about intention, it's about strategy, and it's about choosing to treat money as a tool, not a trap. So if this video helped shift your mindset, share it with someone else who's ready to play the long game. Because once you learn how to manage money like the wealthy, you'll realize wealth isn't just about dollars, it's about direction.